I have a good relationship with her, and I think she likes me. If I take over, I can close the deal smoothly. Oh, and one more thing. Matsumi agreed to marry me.
How about coming overseas with me as my assistant?
What? What?
Keiichi is going overseas?
Phew, that should do it for these documents. My name is Keiichi Sato. I work in sales at Tokimeki Foods, a general food company.
Good work today, Keiichi.
Masumi Sato from the accounting department is my wife. Hey Keiichi, good job! This is my boss, Ikesugi. So you managed to pitch our stuff to Yui from Doki Doki at our party last week, and landed a meeting? Yes, that's right. I have a good relationship with her, and I think she likes me. If I take over, I can close the deal smoothly.
Huh? Then why not let Ikesugi handle it? With his good looks, he'll win both her heart and the deal.
No, this is my project. I want to accomplish this on my own. Oh, and one more thing. Matsumi agreed to marry me. What? Sorry about this. I'll make sure to pay what I owe. Jeez, I thought something was going on between you two.
I see. So that's how it is, Mr. Ikesugi.
Miss Nagisa, I didn't realize you were here. She's Nagisa Mariko, a strict but warm-hearted president.
I was listening the whole time, and yikes, you guys are dropping the ball both professionally and personally. Keiichi, I'll introduce you to an excellent lawyer. Make sure you take full advantage of it.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, about letting Ikesugi handle the Doki Doki Core deal? Are you really that close with Miss Matsukawa?
Of course. She can't stop smiling whenever she's talking to me.
Oh, now I'm getting a little jealous. That's not what I heard. When I was on the phone with Miss Matsukawa yesterday, she was like, "Who's Ikesugi again?"
What?
Looks like Matsukawa doesn't really remember you, Ikesugi.
That's a bit of a shock.
Hey, Keiichi, if you're interested, Tokimeki Core is opening a new branch overseas next month. It's a major move for the company, and I'll be working overseas for a while. Would you like to come with me as my assistant?
What? What?
Keiichi is going overseas?
I'll go instead.
But Mr. Ikesugi, weren't you interested in the deal with Doki Doki Core?
No, I just wasn't aware of the overseas opportunity.
Oh, I'm quite sure I informed everyone about the new branch.
Ah, yes, I was aware of it, but I didn't realize there was a job opportunity.
Keiichi has handled numerous overseas products since joining the company. He's also helped with establishing new connections. But Mr. Ikesugi's numbers were crazy high compared to the others. That being said, Ikesugi, you've primarily worked with products that already have a strong domestic distribution, and most of your overseas business has been with companies we already have established relationships with.
Well, that's true.
The main objective of this overseas assignment is to develop new markets. If you ask me, Keiichi might actually be a better fit for this role than you.
I see.
And if you're so confident in your ability to handle the Doki Doki Core deal, then I see no reason to force Keiichi to be involved in that negotiation. So what do you think? Keiichi, what are your thoughts on this?
Right. Honestly, I'm really excited about this opportunity to take on new challenges overseas. There's a chance I'll meet new people too.
What? You're moving on way too fast.
Masumi, you casually badmouth other customers at restaurants. And honestly, I've been reaching my limit with you for a while now.
This can't be happening.
So, yep. Mr. Ikesugi, please take good care of Masumi.
That said, Keiichi, I expect you to properly follow through where it matters.
Well, whatever. At least I secured the Doki Doki Corp deal for myself.
Now then, let's see which of us comes out on top.
1 month later. Nice to meet you, Mr. Ikesugi. I'm Yasuda, the head of sales at Doki Doki Corp. Mr. Yasuda, it's a pleasure to meet you. Will Miss Matsukawa be joining us later? No, Matsukawa won't be attending this meeting. Well, since Matsukawa-san arranged this, I thought... Of course. However, I've worked under Matsukawa for many years, and I've been given full authority to handle all company contracts. I see. That makes sense. This isn't how I expected things to go. 1 hour later. That concludes the product proposal from our company. Do you have any questions? Let's see. I only have questions. Huh? Doki Doki is a Japanese chain with 100 branches nationwide. One of our most popular dishes is the Doki Doki Omurice. Mr. Sato is a huge fan of that omurice, and because he loves it so much, he suggested changing the ketchup. Yes, he conveyed that passion to me directly. Right. To be honest, from your presentation and materials, it's hard to see what makes this new ketchup so great. Which part exactly? First of all, the information in your presentation seems almost identical to what's in the materials. Well, Sato created the framework for this, and I added some details. So in essence, the content isn't much different from what Sato had planned to present. That's precisely the issue. Mr. Sato didn't just read from the materials, he expanded on them and provided deeper insights. In a way, he used the documents like a menu, guiding us through the key points rather than just repeating them. I apologize. However, when it comes to business negotiations, everyone has their own style. I tend to focus on explaining the materials in detail, so naturally... That's completely understandable. However, both Matsukawa and I valued his approach, which is why we requested the negotiation in the first place. Since you've taken over, wouldn't it make sense to conduct the meeting in a way that aligns with Sato's style to some extent? We did inform you about this beforehand, didn't we? I'm sorry. I didn't realize they valued his approach so much. Now that I think about it, I never even asked what they appreciated about Keiichi. I should have asked. Okay, I think that covers all my questions about negotiating. Let's talk about the product specs. Yes.
When is the next meeting scheduled?
Let's see. The next one is at 2 p.m., so in about 2 hours.
We have some time then. Maybe we should grab some lunch. Oh, hang on. A call from Japan. Hello?
Hello. This is Yasuda from Doki Doki Corp. Do you have a moment?
Oh, hey, Yasuda. What's happening? Relax. It's break time.
In that case, about that ketchup deal Sato passed on to Ikesugi. Things aren't matching up with what we heard, and it's getting pretty confusing.
I see. Can you explain the details?
We then listened to the details about Ikesugi's negotiation.
So that's the situation. Sato, what do you think?
Well, it's quite different from what I originally planned. I believe it also deviates significantly from what we had discussed with Matsukawa in advance. What should we do, Nagisa? At this rate, we may have no choice but to cancel the negotiation.
I apologize, Yasuda. If possible, I'd like Sato to return to Japan next week and renegotiate things.
Understood. When it comes to the ketchup, we want to make sure it's something we're completely satisfied with. So we'd appreciate your cooperation. I'm truly sorry. This is completely my fault. Yeah, that's fine, but I remembered you seemed very sure about this deal and wanted to take Sato's position. Seeing how things turned out, it seems like keeping Sato in charge would have been a better choice. Given everything Nagisa's done for us, both the company and personally, I think we can give it another shot. Actually, Nagisa and I go way back. We were classmates in university. Oh, really? After that, I temporarily returned to Japan and successfully finalized the deal. A year later, I completed my overseas assignment and returned home. Welcome back, Sato. Nagisa. Your achievements abroad have made quite the impact here in Japan. Thanks to you guys, we're going to save so much time and money on imports now. You're seriously crushing it over there. Our overseas team rocks.
That's right. Just as Vice President Ono said, it was all thanks to you leading the team, Sato. I couldn't have asked for a better person to have by my side.
I truly feel honored by that. Nagisa, what do you think? Don't you believe Sato is ready to take on a role that reflects his contributions?
I do.
Role?
Keiichi Sato, we'd like to offer you the head of sales position.
Wait, what? Head of sales? I haven't even made it to department supervisor.
Sato, ever since your overseas assignment was decided, you've put in an incredible amount of effort. We've been watching your dedication behind the scenes.
Up until now, you may not have had many opportunities. And you've likely faced various challenges and obstacles. However, this experience has proven that when you are placed in an environment where you can truly showcase your abilities, your performance is nothing short of exceptional.
You don't have to give us an answer right away.
Understood. I'd appreciate it if you could give me just one day to think it over. Hold on a moment. Why am I not being considered for this position?
That's right. Iksugi has consistently delivered great results over the years. Indeed, we thoroughly discussed this matter with upper management and all the members of the sales department. However, Iksugi, while you have an impressive track record and are highly regarded by your colleagues, your failure in Doki Doki Core negotiation was a major setback. But that's like the only thing, right? When it comes to Doki Doki Core, you made two big mistakes. What? After the stuff with Doki Doki, we had you handle another product negotiation.
Wait! But this time, Miss Matsukawa was in charge. I thought we had a great meeting.
Matsukawa reported that you didn't implement any of Yasuda's suggestions.
What?
That's right.
Thing is, the Doki Doki Corp isn't the only issue here. Yasuda's whole approach just doesn't click with me.
That's fair. Sato also has his own way of handling negotiations. But whenever negotiations aren't going your way, you always drag Sato or someone else from sales along, right?
Well, yes, that's true.
But in your meeting with Matsukawa, you said you handled all the past negotiations by yourself. It turns out you made similar remarks in several other cases as well. A department head isn't about working alone. It's about fostering collaboration with the team. Also, Iksugi, I received reports that your attitude and motivation vary significantly depending on the client. Yeah, you've got the looks and style, but that might complicate things. But these aren't just misunderstandings. There's tons of them. But isn't it a bit much to let something like that affect his professional evaluation? Is that so? Then I'd rather not bring this up. But what do you mean? You ran into problems with Janjan Core around 6 months ago, right, Iksugi?
That was just a minor disagreement with the representative.
3 days ago, I received a report that you were involved in another dispute with the same representative, this time over a personal matter.
Now that you mention it, I had a meeting with Janjan Corp yesterday, and I noticed they had a new representative.
That's right. The reason is...
I get it now. I sincerely apologize. Sato is definitely the right person for the job.
Huh? Wait, what's with the sudden change in your attitude?
No. After listening to everything, I realized that Keiichi is far more qualified for the role.
Why are you acting so sketchy? The moment Janjan Corp gets mentioned, you totally change.
It has nothing to do with Janjan Corp.
Oh, right. I actually have a high school classmate working at Janjan Corp. Maybe I should give them a call and see what they know.
Wait, Masumi, hold on. Let's not rush into things.
If there's nothing to hide, then there's no reason to panic, right?
Keiichi, do something. Director Sato, please! Ikesugi, this isn't something I can fix. Damn it. If only you hadn't landed that deal with Doki Doki Corp.
That's not the issue here, Ikisugi. Whether Sato secured the contract or not, your work ethic has had some serious flaws. Despite all the advice people gave you, you refuse to listen. That's the real problem.
Ugh, damn it. I worked so hard to become a department head. Masumi's conversation with a former classmate at Janjan Corp revealed several compliance violations linked to Ikesugi, which eventually cost him his job. Ikesugi had to start over from scratch, enduring strict supervision from various higher-ups. Paying alimony to both Masumi and Keiichi? How did it come to this? Masumi left Ikesugi and married another man, but her poor attitude led to constant conflicts, eventually dragging her into legal troubles again. Before anyone could notice, Masumi vanished from the company. Thank you again for today's meeting. No, the pleasure is all mine. I truly appreciate your time.
Thank you, Yasuda.
Sato, you really are just as remarkable as Nagisa described. Wait, Nagisa said that about me?
Hey, chill. Don't go saying that out loud.
Haha, Sato, you might not believe it, but Nagisa's kinda into you, you know? If you keep sitting around, you're gonna miss your shot.
Ugh, Yasuda, enough already.
Thanks for watching until the end.
Don't forget to subscribe.